Now, let's bring in retired Commissioner of Police, Emmanuel Ojukwu. Thank you very much for joining us on News Night.
Thanks for having me.
So, the police has declared a day to celebrate, to, look inwards and maybe beam the searchlight on its performance and what have you. Welcome, like I said. But first, let's talk about, how significant really is this day, Nigeria Police Day, when you consider the events of today in itself, April 7th, where you had protests in different parts of the country, including the FCT here. But the police was not going to have it, tear gas and what have you. And it's typical of police, protesters' engagement, whether it's this one we're talking about or others.
Okay, thank you for having me. Protests are normal in a democracy.
Yeah, but it doesn't look normal in the eyes of the police.
It's normal to the police because without protests, without disturbances, police may not be seen. The police relevance comes to play in the heat of such protests, disagreements, dissents in the public. Police comes to maintain law and order and to as well promote and protect human rights, part of which is protest. So police plays that game. It is their natural beat and they've been doing it very, very well.
To push back or
not to push back
with tear gas.
No. Tear gas.
Live bullets in some cases.
Okay, these are equipment, materials approved for use by the police. The police should use them. And use of force is graded. There's a continuum. Some mere police presence is force. That's why those who are saying police remove force from their name, they're not really serious.
I was actually going to start with that, but let's...
Every police is a force. The main mission of police is force. So whether you put force or service is neither here nor there. So mere police presence is force. But when the grievance or the resistance to that police force increases, you apply more. Because the police is trained to dominate a situation. If you don't dominate it, you won't be on television. They will overrun you. So Nigeria recognizes that police are essential to keeping safety and security in this country. And that's why for the first time in Nigerian history, we want to thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for declaring 7th April as National Police Day. It wasn't declared by the police. The president thought it fit last year, April 19 or so, and said every 7th day of April is National Police Day in recognition and appreciation. And my friend told me that if a king says your wine is good, that wine must be very good. The president has said, by declaring this April 7 as National Police Day, that he and Nigerians recognize police loyalty, police dedication, courage, selfless service, and giving their lives to the service of this nation. So it's kudos to the president and kudos to the police for being found worthy to be celebrated by Nigeria on a day such as this.
No doubt. The Nigerians who, appreciate the work of the Nigeria Police Force. I have police in my family. My aunt, passed on as she was Commissioner of Police. You talk about dominating the space, that the police likes to do that. But here we are with, security threats and situations in every part of the country. And it doesn't seem like the police is on the driving seat in front of the war against insecurity in Nigeria. What seems to be hampering the Nigeria police?
Oh, okay, policing is determined by the environment. The way you police Gwagwalada in Abuja is different from the way you police Gwarimpa in Abuja.
Right.
Yeah, the environment determines the policing. Nigeria environment has not given the police what it needs to function, one of which is independence. Police, there's what is called constabulary independence. The police does not answer to the president or to the governor. He answers to the law. But right now you have the police being controlled by the president. That's the environment.
Right.
So you may have to work according to his will, wishes, whims and caprices. You blame the police, we should blame the system which Nigeria imposed on itself. The police are...
So Nigeria has earned the kind of police force it has?
Of course, the face of the police is the face of democracy. And so we should give our democracy a better face by giving the police the better face, the proper equipment they need. And the president mentioned welfare. I tell you, police welfare is very poor.
Let's talk about that. Now that you go to the issue of welfare, I was going to come to that. What exactly does the Nigeria police need to actually police well?
Okay, I don't speak for the police, but I was there for 32 years.
There you go. I would thank you for your service.
And I know what I'm going through for serving the police for
Right.
32 years. My pension is nothing to write home about. I can tell as commissioner of police, my pension is less than 100,000. And that's, it sends signal to do, monthly, of course. And that's a shame in this country. It sends message to those who are serving now. It gives a message that when they will retire to penury. That should not be so. That is welfare. Accommodation. Where do they live? Office space. Where do they stay and serve you? Somebody asked me sometime, why are these cells dirty? I said, look, even my office is dirty. It's the comfort you have that you give. If you don't give police proper office accommodation, you don't expect the cell where we, as a holding facility, to be like a Hilton hotel. Certainly not.
Right.
So, and who provides these things? The Nigerian people should provide for their police. Now, if you do these days, people...
But with the structure of the current structure of the police, how can the Nigerian people get the kind of police it actually needs or requires?
Well, Nigerians have been clamoring for state police. Fine, they can have it. If they really want it, they can do it. All you have to do is to amend the constitution. The constitution wasn't written by the police. We said that we want one unitary police to become Nigeria police. And there should be no police in the state. Called state police. If we want to change it, we change it. Oh, well and good. That's what I'm talking about, the environment. What do Nigerians want of their police?
What is the ideal police? What is the, I mean, if you live in Europe, whether it's Germany or the UK, you have every now and then, you see two police officers, maybe male or female or both, you know, nicely dressed, looking very smart. Just like you said, their presence alone commands respect. And, it, you know, that in itself creates some kind of order. What kind of police, ideally, should we be aiming for?
Yes. We need a police that is well taken care of. I've said severally when I was first PRO that the police is your baby. The way you treat your baby is the way it turns out. The way you dress your baby is the way it's addressed. You've talked of police elsewhere, they turn out fine. Have we provided for the police to turn out fine? You have not done that. And we are blaming the victim. That is bad. We need to put that in mobile. Some time ago, somebody called me that there was a crisis somewhere in Guarimpa. And within 2 minutes, police were there. He asked me, what's the magic? I said, you called me. I've retired though. Right. You called me. I called the control room. And they called the nearest patrol vehicle to that place. And they were there with you in less than 2 minutes. That is response rate. Response time.
That person must be privileged. What about the ordinary Nigerian?
The more of such presence you provide in locations, the easier it is for the police to respond to issues. The more the police are equipped with the wherewithal to work, the better the clearance rate. Clearance means that a case is reported, the police will solve it, get results to the ends of justice, not to satisfy the complainant or the suspect. The ends of justice. Right. That's the essence of policing. Good policing is mobile. Good policing must have communication. Most policemen do the work.
We heard the there say it's an Intel-led police now.
To be Intel-led, the public have to be involved. And the police itself, they have to get information. You can't get information if you don't have public trust. So the people should know that this police is their police. It's Nigeria police. Not police from Burkina Faso or somewhere. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to all of us. If you treat your police very, very well, it will work for you. Okay. Police is your employee, your servant. Take care of him, and he'll give you good food. And
I wonder if the police officers themselves get to hear that every day, that they are the servant of the people. Emmanuel Ojukwu, I have to say thank you very much. Okay. Former Commissioner of Police, that's retired Commissioner of Police, joining us tonight on Newsnight. And happy Nigeria Police Day.
Thank you, sir.